All right, Coach Bedenbaugh, first thing I got to ask you is looking at this banner behind you that shows you guys have been a conference region, even state champions. It seems like every single year. You've been the head coach here for 28 years. What's the key to the long-term success of this dominant cross-country program?
Well, the secret is there is no secret. You have to work hard, and we outwork people most of the time, and we try to. My running background, I think, gives me a little bit of advantage. It's not something that I read in a book. You know, I was a cross-country runner in high school and college, and I think that's helped as far as my health. The strategy I use to train my athletes, I think it's paid off. I use a strength-first strategy, because if you get strong first, then you'll get fast.
Over the years, obviously, you've had a lot of all-state runners. You've had a lot of great teams. Just curiously, are there any teams in particular that jump out as being your strongest? And if so, what year might that have been? Just
for the boys, obviously, the '95 team that was state champions has to probably rank as one of the stronger ones. We've been runner-up a few times as well. We were actually third last year, so that team would rank up pretty high as far as teams that we've had here. Girls, we were champions in '01, we were runner-up in '99, 2000, 2002, and last year, even though we were third, that team would still be one of our stronger teams.
talk about your two teams this year. I believe the Upper State meet is coming up this weekend. Is that right?
Correct. We go to Simpsonville and Hillcrest High School for the Upper State Championships.
And how, or what are the prospects for both the boys and the girls this year?
They could win. Last year we were runner-up for both. Probably for the boys it would be between us and Landrum. For the girls, Pendleton is always strong, and Landrum as well. So we're looking at, if I'd be realistic, top three for both. Boys could win. Now, with that being said, I'm not going to put a lot of emphasis on the Upper State. That's just a qualifying meet. We'll worry about how we do the week after that.
If you would, just mention some of your key runners this year.
Number one runner throughout the year for the boys has been George Hernandez. I would also rank him as my most improved runner. I also want to mention Chandler Stanley, a kid who last year wasn't even in the top 10, who now is on varsity, and Jose Garcia, who has also just absolutely improved tremendously. For the girls, you got to talk about Antoinette Fulton, who was last year's state runner-up, who has a very legitimate chance to be state champion this year.
All right, and then the last thing I want to ask you is, with your boys' teams being as good as they are and the girls, is there, as much as I'm sure there's a lot of unity, is there kind of a friendly competition between the two to see who goes farthest or does the best, or is that not part of the dynamic?
Not as much, because in recent years the girls have had the upper hand as far as how they finished in the state. Now last year the boys caught them, they were both third. So this year, we'll have to wait and see. Girls have had some injury problems, and that's kind of set us back.
Coach, Mark Bedenbaugh, the patriarch, if you will, of probably the most successful cross-country program, certainly in the Midlands, if not the state. Thanks for taking time with us.
Thank you.